Yeah.
But
Why don't you have a seat over here?
She babysits.
just balls deep.
And she's...
Give me a sec, Chris.
Yeah.
He caught the decoy girl. He's already fucking her.
Yeah. We have to give it a second before we according to Arizona law, he has to actually be fucking the toddler before the reveal. Why don't you have a seat over here?
How come no one ever says, "Oh, I knew this was you"?
Yeah.
Like that would be my thing. I would say, "No, I knew this.
I knew
that
would
be your thing."
I was trying to get on.
You thought about this?
I could tell this was fake, so I was like, "Well, I'm gonna catch you, Chris Hanson, and just come on and talk."
Yeah, I just like the show
because it's like, what is the crime? They were talking to an adult.
Mm-hmm. No. They're like sending cock pics and like.
But it was an adult the whole time.
Yeah, but they think it's a child. The kids, they're like.
But if you say, "I knew it wasn't," if you say this was a fantasy role playing for me, I knew I wasn't dealing with a kid.
If you buy fake drugs from a police officer, it's like still like you're trying to do something. I don't know. I don't know the actual legality, but there's a way that they can like. Obviously
maybe in the chat,
you guys got a real thing against a guy trying to fuck a 13-year-old.
Let me put it this way. I'm like. I hear where you're coming from. I also I hated that show. I had a huge problem with that show because it's like it's not really journalism.
Yeah.
It's sort of this morbid fascination thing.
Yeah.
And it's like these people you don't know if they haven't offended yet, what should be happening is like, hey, this is in private, this is a fucking wake up call. Here's something that the state pays for to get you help so you don't ever actually end up fucking
do
a kid.
they sign the release so that they get like a reduced
I don't think
sentence
so.
or something?
I think because they're like committing a crime,
you
it's
can
like,
show their
No, you
faces.
can't.
No, that's always been what I've heard about cops is that if you're found guilty, you have no right. You give, which I think
it's in the public interest,
which is fucked up.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Here's the thing: you can. There's certain things you can do that if they're in the quote unquote public interest, you're like allowed to do.
You don't need a release.
If you do something that like creates emotional distress to somebody, it's like you can make an argument that it's like in the public interest.
Is that why the guy from Girls Gone Wild didn't get any releases? Because he's like, it's in the public interest to have these big ass titties out there.
Did he not get releases?
On a lot of girls, he didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I have no fucking idea about any of this shit. I know. Looked into it.
I was joking that showing titties is in the public interest.
Yeah.
Which
but it is.
It is.
Because
but it's also there's got to be something
we
wrong.
We all saw Matilda.
There's got to be something wrong with you to like your passion is to pretend to be a child and have cyber sex online all day long.
Well, I mean, I know you got to catch these guys.
Yeah.
Like I know the police have to catch these guys, but it's just I always had a huge problem with cops.
Yeah,
too,
but it
like,
comes up, and not to be like it takes one to know one kind of thing, but it is like.
But you're a pedophile, Brendan.
No. I mean, like to be that hyper focused on. Like,
oh yeah,
I'm protecting children. It's like you should be suspicious of that guy because there was in like Prince Williams County, I think there was some like fucking detective. It was on Reason.com. There was like a big story about some kid that got arrested because he sent his he was 16. He sent his 15-year-old girlfriend like a picture of his dad. The dad saw it. The girl's dad saw it. They arrested the girl. They arrested the boy. They arrested the boy for like soliciting sex from a minor. They arrested him for production of child pornography for taking a picture of his.
And
own
how old
dick.
was the boy?
16. They were both children.
Yeah.
And
this is crazy. Yeah.
And the detective in charge of the case had the kid in custody, took him to the hospital so they could inject Cialis or something into his dick to get his dick hard so he could take pictures of his dick hard. As evidence
to prove that it was
his dick. Never mind the fact that the phone, it shows that it came from his phone. Yeah. He wanted supplementary pictures of this child's penis to help solidify the case.
The other detective's Martin, I think we got him. We got to get him to the hospital.
No one stopped him.
Yeah.
The staff at the hospital didn't stop him. The fucking DA didn't stop him. Other people in the department didn't stop him. This man was allowed to get this kid's dick hard, traumatize him, inject a fucking syringe into however the fuck they do it. I'm going to assume they stick a giant needle into your dick.
Or they give him a blue chew.
Yeah, the officer
Not
takes
this
a
episode.
lollipop and has it on his mouth, and he applies it to the boy's penis
Anyways,
topically.
So 6 months later, there's like a child pornography sting. Of course, that detective, his house comes up.
Yeah.
He's just says has dozens of images on his computer, and he blows his brains out before they can get to. They're like kicking down the door, and he kills himself. But it's like there should have been some kind of like red flag there.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, not so far as the extreme of like, okay, obviously the guy like getting this kid's dick hard to take pictures of it.
Yeah.
But like, I am suspicious of like people who are like, yeah, I pretend to be a child online all day long to try and get pedophiles to have sex.
Well, it's always the guys. Like I recently listened to this thing about this guy who is the head of one of the largest gay conversion therapy programs there ever was, a Christian one. Not, in the old days they used to do like
not a
ones.
Jewish one.
There are Jewish ones also. No, there are Jewish ones.
Okay,
so,
Benjamin, how about $4?
And this
I still want to be gay. $5.
and
$6. I'm not gay anymore. Just give me the money.
so this guy,
a complete success.
this guy was like, he ran this thing, and
those guys are always gay,
and like dozens of kids killed themselves. Like, because it's like you can't. It's not a thing. Like gay conversions are not a thing.
Well, we turned them into a different kind of gay.
We made them hate themselves.
It's still gay, but it's a different type of gay.
Yeah,
so there's at least a step in the right direction.
And then, of course, this thing I'm listening to is like, we caught up to John in 2010 in Texas, where he lives, with his husband. And it's like, no fucking shit. Like, of course he's gay. Like, and you have to, like...
It's probably, those kids probably killed themselves because they were being molested at the fucking camp.
Of course. Yeah, well, and not even
it's
that.
Not
like,
even,
I'm
it's
sure
not even
they
the
were
trauma
some of that,
which,
but,
not that it's not, that it's not traumatic to have somebody tell you you shouldn't be gay.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably that guy was a pedophile.
Yeah,
at the very least, he beat off to them.
Yeah.
Least. I mean, the whole thing it's fucking.
Well, here's what we should do.
Yeah, the world is an entirely fucked up place, and children just shouldn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You're right. We should make them adults quickly.
No, I mean, look,
that's my plan.
We need to reverse population growth. I mean, yeah, children should be illegal. It feels like they're just getting molested anyways. Mm-hmm.
I don't think population.
I don't need any more X-Men movies. If that's a trade-off, no more children to molest. We don't get any more X-Men movies. So be it.
This is what what I don't understand about To Catch a Predator. I don't know what percentage of those cases get convictions, but like, why does nobody do this? Like, so you go in, Chris Hanson comes out.
You've been thinking about your exit strategy,
and he goes, "You're busted," and then you go, "You're busted."
Yeah.
And he goes, "What?" And he goes, "I could tell from the typing there was some kind of older man involved here. But you've been pimping out this young woman. What's your fucking deal, man? I busted you. That's why
I came here to
Well,
I came here to fuck you up."
That's a great strategy.
Yeah, but what can they say, really?
So you got to come in with a baseball bat.
Yeah, you come with a baseball bat.
And iron knuckles.
This is Robert Redford dressed as like a Prohibition era guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pal, I came here to bust you.
Wow, interesting.
Robert Shaw. I guess he's right. I was the one that was the pedophile.
I think you couldn't talk about wanting to suck their little pussies and come in their asses. And
I don't know.
Like that.
They're entrapping you. Don't they talk about that back? So you're saying I'm entrapping you, you pimp?
I think you would just have to keep it PG-13, but make it clear you wanted to fuck.
I don't know.
I mean,
these fucking
even
shows.
keeping it PG, you're not allowed to fuck 13-year-olds.
I never did any dirty talk.
You want to keep it R.
That is not why it's called
PG-13.
R, even 17-year-olds is, I don't know, it's borderline, right?
Say what you want about me fucking her ass.
Yeah.
I never did any dirty talk.
That's why if you're a pedophile, you got to go to every meetup with a kid with a pair of handcuffs, just in the event that you're ready in case to catch a predator. You can say, "I wanted to make a citizen's arrest of you, Chris Hanson."
Chris Hanson, you.
Now, okay, I guess my big question would be, you're saying, why isn't this the way the pedophiles get out of it?
Well,
because who really wants to stop someone would go about it this way?
Well, here's another ethical question.
Okay.
Not ethical, but because look, I'm not on the side of the pedophiles.
Yeah, it
I'm
certainly
not,
seems.
But
like...
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. I'm on the side of justice.
Yeah, and kids not getting fucked.
No. I'm interested in the law, and at no point in that show, in that scenario, is a child involved.
Right.
So what is the crime? Your intent. You can say How can you not say, "Well, I knew we were role playing"? And what can they say back? Because it was a grown woman on the other end.
Well, that argument doesn't really hold up though, because it's like, people buy fake drugs from the police and they still go to jail for possession.
Here's what you do. Ready? I got it. Hold on. I got it.
What you're doing is like it's conspiracy. You're attempting to break the law.
Right.
It's like if there was a child there, do you have any doubt in your mind that this man would have fucked it?
Right.
Hold on. Wait. Here's what you do.
Yeah.
You send in a child.
It's like
to scope it out for you. You're like, I was a kid pretending to be an adult man.
Right.
I'm trying to get some child pussy. I'm a child.
Because
this
I'm
is legal.
also a child.
And then if you see there's no Chris Hansen, we got walkie talkies.
A best friend, like an apprentice.
Your apprentice.
No,
This child that would want to grow up to be a pedophile.
Yeah, you gotta learn the ropes. Look, here's how you handle it. Anytime you go meet a child, underneath you wear a hoodie, and underneath that you wear a T-shirt with Chris Hansen's face on.
Okay.
That way, when you show up and he's like, "I'm Chris Hansen," and you're like, "Dude, I knew it."
Yeah.
You take the hoodie off, you're like, "I fucking love you." I've been sending you emails for weeks. They get bounced to the spam filter. I am a fucking Chris Hansen head.
There's only one route to go, bro. I didn't like to do it.
I've got a Rose Bowl party, and I want you to come. And me and my boys, we hate pedophiles.
Yeah.
And we love you. We were all raped as kids. And you're our fucking hero, and you got to hang out with us. You can't say no. In front of the cameras right now. You're coming to hang with us. Rose Bowl party 2017. Are you coming, Chris?
That's good. I think, okay, so I guess for any pedophiles listening, we have, by mistake, given you some strategies.
But that is not our conspiracy. We're not conspiring to do
we
anything.
hope you don't do any of this.
I'm against pedophiles.
We're
I'm
against
just,
it.
Yes,
I'm
me too.
very much against pedophiles. What I'm sort of also against, though, is the show. Because I'm like,
Yeah,
well, why
the
aren't the
show
police
is-
just doing this?
The show
you know
is
what I mean?
dumb
Why
voyeurism.
right?
I mean,
Exactly.
It's presented as like journalism, and that's not journalism.
No,
No.
it's watching people's lives be destroyed.
Which is fine. Their lives deserve to be destroyed, but I don't quite understand why it's like.
Why do they also sign like a release?
They don't.
Have to,
I believe what I've been told, and I don't know if this is a myth or not. What I've been told by cops or from someone when I asked about cops is, if someone is convicted, then there's no release necessary. If they're found not guilty, you would need a release.
So it's To Catch a Predator.
Okay,
in Iran.
I like it.
And so it's like a Chris Hansen that's like how do they talk?
Take your time. Take your time.
Why don't you have a seat over here, please? Sit down. You are online trying to meet a man. You cannot leave. The police are outside to execute you. The police are outside to push you off the building.
To Catch a Predator, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. We have the telegram from you that says, Mirsham, I want to suck your penis. And so we have got you. This is all being recorded for Live Leak. This is a new TV show on Live Leak where we have a video of gay men trying to break the law. They're trying to go to jail. And so we kill them.
Damn. I like it.
No.
Probably not, right?
I think they should bring back To Catch a Predator, but do it with, like, adult women rather than, like, children. So guys show up to a house, and then they're like, how dare you try to have sex with a woman? How dare you try to hit on a woman in the DMs?
Oh, you get To Catch a Predator for like flirting too hard.
Yes, for any type of
Flirting online.
Yeah. which should be, that way we can cut down on people creeping in the DMs.
That is technically the definition of a predator these days,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. That'd be a fun show. This guy's being like, what the fuck? I didn't do anything wrong.
I asked her if she wanted to go
like, wow.
see Midsommar with me.
Wow. Yikes. Just Chris Hanson. Yikes for me, pal.
fam.
That's a yikes for me.
We're going to get you screenshot in every city in America.
Yikes.
Big yikes.
Big fucking...
He tries to leave, and there's just a bunch of fat women in the bushes that are yelling at him.
Yeah, big push. You too?
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.